don't wanna be an American lady.
The rivers are getting emptier tonight on the Weather Channel.
All right, next topic is the salmon fish are dying in the Sacramento River of California. So this one's kind of like getting back to the Shark Week one and climate change in general, but they think it's very likely that the entire, it says they're the Chinook salmon, the entire species is already endangered, and that this could be the nail in their coffin.
Yeah, they're going to lose an entire brood of hatchlings this year, probably.
It just, what are the ramifications of that, like, to destroy an ecosystem, like,
Let's put it this way, I think we are finally in 2021, I think the generations that came before us are finally starting to see, like, oh, remember when, like, everybody was just, like, screaming about this thing called climate change, and we were like, I don't give a fuck. Just do us. I like money, I like oil, and I like polluting.
And we'll be dead?
Yeah, and we'll be dead. But now what they're starting to realize is, like, I'm 65, I wanted to live at least another 20 years, and that 20 years is going to be awful because the planet is not out of whack. It is acting in equilibrium.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this much carbon in the atmosphere before. It's just the last time there were gigantic reptiles the size of houses that roam the earth. And now, there's us.
Right.
And mammals. And so I think the continued extreme heat waves, extreme rain, just extreme weather in general, we're going to see more die-offs like this. And frankly, hopefully this is a true wake-up call to say, and actually to add to this, really quick, before my turn is over, I was reading about wine country today, Napa Valley. Insurance companies won't cover the vineyards anymore because of fire damage. They're losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, one winery made like a third of what it usually does because it lost its grapes to fire and smoke.
Wow.
So, ecosystem change, the Napa Valley has been this way for, millions of years, and now all of a sudden the grapes that we just come to expect won't be grown there, and we have to find a way to adapt, and most of these places are just going to go out of business.
So we're saying nobody wants an oaked red, or...
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the short-sightedness of our economic gains is really, really annoying. I've always been a long-term business person. I think, for me, like, where the story really hits home is just, like, the, once-in-a-100-year floods that we've had for the last 7 years here in southeast Michigan. Like, we've had 3 or 4 of them that literally destroy homes, float stuff away. The entire freeway shut down for several days. You can go kayaking in there. It's sick in the worst way.
Yeah.
It just, comes back to the sharks. It comes back to diamonds in the sky. Episode 1 of this podcast.
We talked about how one of the solutions might be just like shooting particles into the atmosphere to reflect the sun's rays, because at this point, and I guess this is the other important note with the climate change stuff, is even if we just stopped, like every country on earth stopped polluting today, it wouldn't change this. So now, I used to be let's just plant a lot of trees and change behavior, but no, we actually need to suck carbon out of the atmosphere to have a chance. Not at survival, but just having a future that is cool to live in. Like, the only reason human civilization got to where it is because weather patterns were stable, and you could count on the rains coming the same time every year, right?
It allowed us to develop calendars and planning schedules and mythologies around, rebirth myths and everything.
And this is the most stable weather we came of age as a species in the most stable weather the planet has ever known. And now...
#blessed.
Yeah. Now we screwed it up.
Well, surprise, surprise. We'd love to ruin a good thing.
Of course.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Clearly.
Thank goodness we get to inherit this earth.
Come on, Joe. Get it together.